Do you guys remember Hannibel Nyarko, the 12-year-old girl who brought out the solar projects and implemented it on a clinic in Iron City in Kasoa? We are in the Iron City right now, and right behind me is Hannibel, a 12-year-old girl who has programmed an automated solar system for a clinic in her community. Today we are back here in Abotoase in the Oti region of Ghana. It doesn't look like Hannibel is stopping anytime soon. She has implemented that same project here in Abotoase on a health facility. And so we are here once again to let her take us through the project. Today we are going to go into details. The one we did in Kasoa was and before we went, everything was already assembled. Today we are on time. She's going to be taking us through the step-by-step process of how her solar project is implemented. My name is Kwame Bless Wins. You can call me Wins for short. In a small community where challenges often outweigh resources, there are dreams that shine in the heart of the young. A place where for years darkness threatened hope. But one girl, fueled by determination, had a vision to bring light where there was none.
My name is Hannibel Nyarko. I am 13 years of age. I'm in grade 8 at school at Hillview Montessori at Ashoman Estate in a club called Girl Guide. And it's only for girls to prove that women and girls can do something. And then so Girl Guide brought some STEM projects up that they want to prove that women and girls can do something in STEM. So then they said your science teacher and math teacher will choose a student for them, and they chose me and 2 friends of mine. And in each school they will take 10 girls, and then in my school the 10 girls I was part. It was a competition, yes. My friends, one did water purification and one did solar irrigation, and one also did smart community, somebody did windmill. I did an automated solar system.
At just 13, she embarked on a journey to create something extraordinary. She saw a need, an urgent one, at the hospital that serves her community. And from that need, an idea was born to harness the power of the sun to light up the night and bring safety to those in need.
I know that there are lots of solar projects in Ghana here, but according to some of my research, it's not like they are automatic. That's somebody will go and operate it for them. But my own, no one will operate it. When light goes off, it will sense the darkness and immediately the light comes back. And then I actually did it because during the competition time, Ghana was facing a lot of power outages. That's doomsday. And one of the problems it caused was that a baby died in an incubator due to doomsday. So it was a bit painful, that's why. So after trying the project out and seeing that it works, I said I will not stop here. So I continued and implemented it at Iron City at Kasoa. They built a new facility there, a hospital there, so I went to implement it there. And today I have implemented it at Oti region in Abotoase, Reproductive and Child Health Unit.
Before her invention, the hospital struggled in the dark. In moments of crisis, patients and doctors were left with little more than torches to guide them. The nights were long, and the fear of what could go wrong weighed heavily on everyone.
Sometimes light goes off at any time without any announcement. We just be there, light is off. And where we are now, we are in the middle of the town. Sometimes thieves come here at night when the light goes off. We were doing a net distribution. We brought nets here. Thieves were coming to steal it. when the light went off. So the ECG, it helps though, but when the light goes off, we suffer a lot. Sometimes you'll be writing report at night, then the light will go off. You will not know how to do again. You'll be on your phones. You don't know what to do. So we face a whole lot of challenges.
You know, there are a lot of things that we use over here that if there is light out, probably we face challenges. We have the cutleries, let me use that one, you know. Sometimes it needs to be sterilized before we use for a client. And if there is light out, we don't normally use it. So those are some of the challenges that we normally face.
I did it in Kasoa, and Kasoa is not my hometown, it's not where I come from. So why don't I make something that I have done in Kasoa, some place that is not my hometown, at my place where they can also benefit the same as what others are also benefiting from. People spend 4 hours on this river to come to this facility, and maybe they'll reach here and there is a power outage. They'll have to go back and come back again when the power is back, which is going to cost a lot of money and waste of time too, and which is not going to help the health of the child. So when you have a solar automated system like this and there is a power outage, you are sure that no one is going to waste their money.
With limited tools and boundless creativity, she built a solution that no one had expected, but everyone needed. Her hands crafted hope, piece by piece, wire by wire, powered by nothing more than the energy of the sun.
My prototype, I didn't buy like a solar panel, but I bought solar cells to make solar panel. So the solar cells, I joined them together, then just got an aluminum frame and glued it on it, and also used a glass cover. And then it had wires too, so then I connected the wire to the battery. It's also the solar panel will charge the battery, and then I had a circuit board. That on the circuit board I had relay model, photoresistor. The photoresistor is the sensor, and then I also had back convector. So the sensor uses 5 volts and the battery contains 12 volts. So then the back convector will then convert the 12 volts into 5 volts for the sensor to use. And then the relay module it closes and opens the circuit automatically. And then the sensor it senses the darkness and then it triggers the light to on.
Today, the hospital is no longer swallowed by darkness. A solar light she created now guides the hands of doctors, eases the fear of patients, and brings life back into the night. A simple idea has transformed an entire community.
Actually, combining my studies with the projects in a way, like my academics with it, and then also the project failing in some parts, the experiment failure, that's joining some things and you fail and you kind of trying like, I need to give up on this because it's not going to work again. And that's something I failed. So I didn't try a lot of times because the things I used were good. And so maybe the things I failed inside was connecting the wires and actually sometimes forgetting negative and positive, which is going to cause problems. And also sometimes the sensor will not be working because of something, but you might not know.
All right, so after the whole installation, this is like the control unit, right?
Yes.
This controls everything.
Yes.
So tell us what is here and how it functions to keep the solar running in this facility.
So in here we have a cable connecting to the solar panel and to the battery.
Oh, there's a battery in here?
Yes, there is a
okay.
battery in here connecting to the charge controller, and also this is like a circuit system. So this is a charge controller.
Okay.
The charge controller is mainly for cutting power when the battery is fully charged.
Oh, okay.
So that will make the battery last long and also keep well too. And in here we have the relay model, photoresistor and back convector. The back convector is to convert 5 volts into 12 volts for the sensor to use. The battery carries 12 volts and the sensor needs 5 volts, so it then converts the 12 volts into 5 volts. And then in the relay model, opens and closes circuit automatically. It's like a switch.
Okay.
So then immediately the sensor will senses the darkness, it will trigger the relay model to close circuit automatically. Then the light comes on.
So this is what actually does the magic once the doomsaw comes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But I see some USB ports here.
That's to charge your phone or any important thing you have at that moment.
So can this charge a mobile phone now?
Yes.
I would love to. Can I get my okay, give me my cord. Let me try this. I hope it works. I hope this works. Okay, let me try that. Oh, the charger is even on. Wow. Let me try my phone. It's charging. Wow. This works like magic. Let's try it even though there's no darkness. Oh. Okay, let's take it off. Interesting. Oh. Let me try it myself. Maybe because you did it, it is trying to. Doomsaw. Oh, interesting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. This is a genius invention you have done here.
Her work has inspired more than just the staff at the health facility. It sparked hope in the hearts of the assemblyman. She is a reminder to everyone that change doesn't come from age or experience, but from the courage to care.
So the solar that has been installed will contribute in so many ways. Like I said, we have been doing family planning insertion and removal. So maybe at night a client came, you are doing insertion, the light goes off. The solar will help us to see at least and then do your insertion and then your removal. Sometimes report writing, we stay here at night to write some reports sometimes. When it happens like that and the light goes off, the solar will help us to at least do our work comfortably.
It's really going to help. I said because of the lighting system, when the light goes off, sometimes we just have to take the case outside. Now we have solar, and it's really going to help us keep the patient's confidentiality good. Because now you're not going to take cases outside when there is light out. As soon as the light out comes, there's going to be a change over, and we are going to continue doing our process.
It will help us render quality service to our mothers and to the children that we take care of. At large, the potency of our vaccine will be maintained, whereby we won't have our vaccines running out, and then to be safe for the mother and then the baby too. We are very grateful because it was something that we didn't even look forward to, but now it's here. And then it will go a long way to help us in our service delivery. Since we want to be the best among the best. So we are very grateful. You should keep up the good work.
No, it's very impressive seeing a very 13-year-old girl fixing this thing, something that, even a grown-up can't do. And I'm encouraging the government to train more of these youths in order to do more so that Ghana can be a very better Ghana that you wanted it.
What he has done is a very good thing. It will help everybody. It will help, especially we health workers. It will help us. So she should at least help those around her to also become like her, so that we will have many of them in our system.
Sese omo anya solar yi no e sure say light kura na omo dum no kura say nkrofo be hu kwan etimi aba be sese facility no aseda kese na yɛde bɛma ɛyɛ 13 years akwadaa wei a watimi akɔsua biribi saa sɛ wɔda no adi sɛ ɔyɛ ɛde ɛboaboa communities na aseda kɛseɛ na yɛde ma no yɛ community ha deɛ yɛnim sɛ yɛnhyɛ da ɛnni sika but mpaebɔ na yɛde bɛtɛ n'akyi but mekyerɛ the whole world the whole Ghana sɛ akwadaa a ɔte sei na watimi anyɛ saa enimdie sei a ɔtimi ɛyɛ ma communities no nim sɛ ne nyinaa ɛgyina sika so nti mɛsrɛ the whole world baabi a obiara no obɛtumi asɔ no ase anaasɛ ɔbɛboa no ama watimi ayɛ mmɔ menim sɛ wahyɛ aseɛ ɛnyɛ ahankwa na ɔhyɛ aseɛ first ɔhyɛ aseɛ dɛ menim sɛ ɛyɛ dɛn a ɔbɛyɛ ama no atra nti ne nyinaa ɛyɛ support nti obi a ɔtie mi nka as assemblyman mesrɛ bibia sɛ ɔmo bɛtumi aboa ama akwara no abɛdane daakye bi menim sɛ nimdeɛ ne deɛ yɛsua yɛyɛ ne sei a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛkokɔ so ɛyɛ dɛn a one day ɔbɛba bɛyɛ nipa titiriw bi ɛwɔ ɔman no mu nyinaa mayɛ.
But her journey doesn't end here. She dreams of doing more, of solving more problems, of lightening up more lives. And with the support of people like you, she can. Together, we can ensure that no one is left in the dark.
I'm not stopping here. I have other projects on health and agriculture, which I'll be implementing soon in Ghana here, and then the whole world at large. Somehow challenging. And then after doing the Kasoa implementation, I've gotten a list of communities that want this kind of projects there, and I have to say it's difficult to do it because it's a bit costly and then it's somehow challenging. So I want more supporters and more sponsorship to help me to do more for Ghana. A big thank you to my family for supporting me, and another thank you to Girl Guide for helping me have the interest in STEM and then helping other girls also have interest in STEM. But I want to encourage girls to be in STEM. STEM is not a difficult thing to do. It's just small practicals and you have just solved a big problem. And then also I want to encourage them to join clubs and groups that will help them in the near future, that will improve on their lives for them. And they should never give up on the good things they are doing. They should continue doing it no matter what happens.
One idea, one light, one girl, and a future that shines brighter than ever before.
This is the story of Hannibel Nyarko, the 13-year-old who is making a difference and building Mother Ghana. And so let us celebrate and appreciate her. Let us support her to be able to do more of this project. Building Ghana is a collective responsibility. And if we have people as young as 13 years thinking about these solutions, then we really need to do something. We need to support her. My name is Kwame Blaise Wings. If today is your first time here, please do well to support us by subscribing to our channel, like this video. Let us know what you think about this innovation in the comment section. Like and share.